Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Railway. First of all, thanks for the new subscribers that have joined me on the channel. Thank you very much, and glad you've been here at an exciting time, because I'm starting a new series of videos regarding Barry J Freeman, the railway artist. If many people do know of his work, you'll know that he's a profound painter, and his works are absolutely outstanding. I have a book here of his works. It just shows you a few pictures and of his prints of his work, and a bit of history about the picture itself. There's absolutely loads in here. I haven't counted how many, but there are some stunning pictures, including the ones that are going to be featured in the videos. So we have here A Date with a Duchy, and it shows you a picture of where it was actually taken, down in Dawlish, and the actual painting that he produced. So this would have been around 1957, around about that time. It's absolutely gorgeous, the way he paints with the light bouncing off the engine and the surrounding scenery. It's just mesmerising. I could go on all day about them, but we're here for the box sets. So I'll just give you a little bit of history about Barry Freeman. He was born in Northampton in 1937. He's had 10 years served in the Royal Navy, and then he went on to electronics and aviation industries. And he concentrated mainly taught painting for 18 years, and then he concentrated on his own painting from 1989, and you can see why he's absolutely outstanding. Obviously, Barry is an avid railway enthusiast since early childhood. His combined love of art and railways is reflected in the detailed paintings in which he now specialises in, like these ones here for light duties. He mainly works in oils, and each painting could take up to about 2 months. So it shows you here a little sketch of one of the paintings, and to produce it, it takes from 2 months from library pictures and photographs that he's actually collated over the years in his own personal library. There's some paintings in here that aren't he's done that aren't in here. There's a few here, like the Royal Scot, the Rare Bird, End of an Era, and New Forest Junction. I'd love to try and find out where they are, and if there's another book with more with pictures and prints. But from 2010, Hornby used Barry's artwork with him to, collaboration for him to produce a series of paintings and box sets, all limited to 1,000 pieces. And I've stopped here at the fireworks at Chilcompton, so it gives you a bit of an idea of what we're going with. So I'll just close the book, and I'll pan up to the box sets. Okay, right, so I've managed to fit them all in on this table in the dining room, so I'll just run through them. So at the top left here we have Rare Bird, then Fireworks at Chilcompton. Down here in the middle we have The Days of Red and Gold, A Date with the Duchy, and lastly Duchess at Carlisle. Now these are around about 200 plus, so they weren't all bought at full price, obviously, but they've been collected over the years, and when they were first produced, I scooped up a load. But that's not the important bit. The important bit is that if you, like me, a lover of Barry's work, then these are a must-have. Not only do you get the train and its formation represented in the print, you actually get a print of his picture. So what I shall do is I'll just turn over one of them for now. I chose this one, Date with a Duchy. So I'll show you at the back this is what the front looks like, and the back, like it says here, you get the train, Taunton Castle, and you get 3 BR Mark 1 composite coaches in chocolate and cream, and it's got on the headboards the Royal Duchy. Now I shall go into more in depth about the actual train itself and its due for its train review. So yeah, but like I said, you get a print of the actual picture. Now it is situated in the bottom half of the box on the inside of the polystyrene, wedged in between 2 pieces of card, and it's kept very nice in plastic casing as well. So you can also frame it and put it in picture frames, which is what they suggested. But for the moment, I've kept all mine in the boxes with the logo itself for obvious reasons. So yeah, what I should do is turn over. Now I did a while ago, when I first mentioned this, have a poll to suggest which one to start off with, and what came back was Fireworks at Chilcompton. So I will start off with this one, but in production run order it did go from left to right, the middle, and then left to right again. So effectively that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But yeah, I shall start with Fireworks at Chilcompton, and we'll work our way back through them. So there'll be five videos, or I shall do 2 in 1. So I'll either do the fireworks today with all this information that I've read out from Barry, and then I shall do Rare Bird and Days of Red Gold, and then A Date with the Duchy and Duchess of Carlisle, and another one. I'll decide that when it happens. But for now, for today, I'll be doing Fireworks at Chilcompton. So we'll open her up and then get her on the railway. Okay, so I've popped the other ones away for a minute, and I'll just show you the outer box of this one. It's a relatively thicker box than most normal train packs. It's a good deal, half an inch wider, and the reasons why I'll show you inside. So yeah, we'll open her up, and we'll show you what she's. Hey, right, okay, so I've got them out. I've taken the print out of the sleeve at the back. It's wedged in between, like I said, 2 pieces of cardboard, which is situated at the back here. There's a little routed bit out the bottom of the polystyrene, and this pieces of card sit in between, and you can just pull it out or take the whole cardboard piece out and unfold it, whichever you want to do, really. So yeah, I've decided to keep mine in there for collecting purposes, and the fact that I don't really want to ruin it. There's a little cheat. There's a calendars that were released a few years ago, and they're still going today with a different artist on there at the moment, with one, I think it's Peter Mitchell. I'll tell you that back in the railway room. But yeah, Barry Freeman featured a lot for about 3 years. Most of his works were printed, and if you were able to save them and guillotine the pictures out so you could crop them, and you've got yourself some nice prints. Perhaps I'll get them out one day and show you in conjunction with this video. Perhaps in the last one I'll just show you all the prints. But yeah, this one though, that comes with it, it's on really thick card. It's stunning. It's not dulled or anything. It's just the light in this room, so it's not getting the full appreciation of it, and it's in plastic as well. But on the back we have the certificate. So this is number 472, Fireworks at Chilcompton, the Barry J Freeman collection. It gives a little bit of information. I've kept it in the bag, I haven't opened this one. Yeah, it's signed by Simon from Hornby, and yeah, it's all in mint condition. Obviously with this we also get the train formation, so we get the West Country class, Bullets design, Dorchester, lovely detailed crest on the side of Dorchester, all the braking rods and the steam pipes, the cab detail as well, that's really good as well. I'll show you that when we get her out. The tender as well, an early crest, and we have 3 BR coaches, Extania ones, in maroon livery, little yellow lines. They are really lovely coaches as well, so they'll look exceptionally well. We've got all the little notices in the window about no smoking and first class, what have you. And then you also get a brake coach as well, so where the guard goes, and all differently numbered, and with an extra piece, I'm going to just move the print. You'll get alternative cup-links and close coupling between each coaches. So you get one for each coach, for each side, and just the gangway in between the coaches. So when you walk through the coach, there we go, there's a better picture, the concertina effect of the bits in between the coaches, you can actually clip them on to close gap to the coaches, make it a little bit more realistic. So yeah, you get those, your usual DCC sleeve, and what I find really great is a very detailed pack. So down here we have like code boards, so the white discs to denote where it's going or coming from. For example, they give you a little pack here that tells you where you can stick the little white header code boards to denote where it's going from Waterloo, Southampton, Bournemouth, and another one that's obviously going to Euston. Yeah, also in the pack here we've got another cup link for the front of the loco, lamps, little tiny lamps, all the paraphernalia used to rake out the fire, all the long spokes and the rods to use to rake out the fire that you can have put on the tender. You also get a driver and a fireman as well, and braking rods to go on the tender and the loco to add on. So yeah, you get a really good detail pack here with this. So yeah, that's that pack. What I should do now is transfer it to layout and get it running, and I'll give you a little bit of history on it. Okay, stay with us, see you in a minute, bye. Just about to show on the layout. I just thought I'd just show this calendar. I've just corrected myself. It's paintings from Philip D. Hawkins. Now, this is the second year that he's featured. And like Barry, his Fate painting is absolutely phenomenal. Phenomenal. The way he's captured the engines in work, absolutely stunning. If you have this calendar, you'll know what I mean. But yeah, all of these, this one's a particular favourite of mine, 2A4s. Yeah, they're absolutely stunning. Now, when I was saying about earlier, when I've cut pictures out, not for purchasing and copying purposes, but the old type didn't have this bubble that surrounded the picture. Now, the makers of the calendar have obviously cottoned on, but you could actually cut the whole thing out nice and square and kept his signature in, and yeah, you could effectively use them as pictures to have as frames. So yeah, but unfortunately the past two issues of the calendar, both years, they've used the bubble effect of the British Railway signage and not ruined it, but it means that you can't use the whole picture. But nonetheless, you still got the fantastic artwork by this artist. And the previous 2 years before him, it was Barry Freeman mainly in there. So yeah, well, what I'll do on the last video, just as an extra treat, I shall collate all the pictures that I have and collected from these calendars, and I shall just showcase them. Okay, so anyway, back to the railway and on with the review. Okay, hello, right, we're back on the layout. I'll just give a little review about the actual loco. The loco itself is loco driven. There is a weight to it. The lovely crest on the side, Dorchester, with a West Country class crest as well. You've got all the vacuum pipes on the sides and on the other side as well. They are very flimsy, so you have to be very delicate. Now that cab detail, I'll shine it in the light, but I'll tell you that it's outstanding. It's not terribly hard to see. There we go. Yeah, absolutely amazing. Boiler, front, the firebox door, regulator, brake, and little indications of where the alternators are, and the speedometers and the pressure gauges and the whistle and all the paraphernalia that goes into the loco on the footplate. Yeah, rivets as well, an abundance of them. They're all on there, all the plates, as these used to be called spam cans. Got separate moulded whistle and steam valves at the top, all flushed and streamlined. The front of it's absolutely superb, and you've got all your places there to pop your header codes and the lamps as well. Everything's sprung buffers as well, and at the back as well there's the footplate comes out a bit extra, so when you connect the tender up, it's almost seamless. So we'll just get the tender. Now the top bit, the coal, that's removable, and underneath we have the normal detailing on the tender, and we have the little steps that go up. And on the back of it as well, it has two little windows, so you can see down the sides of the coal bunker for the engine men to look backwards as they couldn't look out. So they have these windows fitted. You got the water tank hatch there, separately fitted. It's very lovely, and the crest on the side, that's been transferred very well on there. All the ladders, more places to attach your head codes, sprung buffers as well. Yeah, the crest on the other side. Yeah, the detailing, they've really gone to town on this. So yeah, all metal wheels, and obviously you can have the option to add your braking rods as well from the detail pack. Okay, so yeah, the coaches as well. Livery detail, exceptional. They've got everything underneath, and the colour on the liveries outstanding. The yellow livery down the sides, the stripes with the maroon works well. They're differently numbered as well. On each side of the coach, they've got the little step to get up to the door. Obviously, you've got the attachment available to put the closed cup links as well, so the corridor doors to go in between the coaches. On the back as well, you've got all the steps leading up to and from, like I said, sprung buffers as well, all the other indications on the bottom as well, all the other detailing. Underneath you've got the battery box, the dynamo, DA valve, direct admission valve, and it's got little bits of detailing on, of what that denotes, but underneath the detail is very good as well. Even inside, all the seating as well, different colours. They've got names and little signs in the window to say about non-smoking. There we go. Yep, detail inside, very good. And this is a lavatory coach, as denoted by the white blackout window. There's a lavatory coach. Yeah, so you get a separate another one with a different code number, and the brake one with the guards back at the back, and lovely as well at the back. It'd be better if I show it to you. I'll tip it up. It's actually got two windows on it, so the guard can look out the back as well as out the window. So yeah, he's got his little viewing point there. Right, okay, so just slowly back her up, and then we'll get off. Okay, so the fireworks at Chilcompton train pack. The Somerset and Dorset Railway had rather a complicated history, but after 1948 the line basically remained unchanged until its closure in 1966. In 1951, which is the subject of the painting, one of the Bullidge West Country class Pacifics ran a series of trains over the line. Chilcompton Tunnel was the backdrop for this painting, where Dorchester, the loco, can be seen pulling a rake of ex-LMS coaches out from the tunnel, avoiding a grass fire that has started on the near side of the line. A group of permanent way workers can be seen waiting for the train to pass so that they can assess the situation. Yeah, so just a little bit of history on the painting and what it depicts. But at slow running speed, she looks great. Okay, so I hope this is a good start of what will be a good series. I'll adapt a little bit. I'll try not to waffle on too much, just to get you to show the train. But if you like the little chats and the history on the painter as well, do let me know. I won't be going into too much detail about him, probably a little bit towards the end. Like I said, I'll try and do those for... well, I'll get all those pictures available for you and showcase those with the last train pack. And yeah, I hope the next one will be as exciting as this one. I've really enjoyed doing this. I haven't had them out and running before. I've been waiting to do a series like this, so yeah. Okay, right, I'll stop her there. Right, yes, so like I said, thank you very much for tuning into this start of the series. I know a lot of waffle at the beginning and introducing it. If there's something in particular you wanted me to go to a bit more depth throughout the series, do let me know, post a message or let me know. So the next one to be done will be Rare Bird, so it'll be the A4 Pacific with the teak coaches. Until then, apart from that, thank you once again for joining me, and if there's anything I've missed, I'll let you know in the next video. But once again, thank you very much for joining me, and see you next time. Guys, bye!